Welcome everybody, another quick unbagging video of another folio game I received from Snafu this week. You may have seen my other video, Santander 37, from the same publishing company. This one is Ambon, Burning Sun and Little Seagulls, a game by Mark Figueres, and this is Small Battles number 1. Santander was Small Battles number 2. The first thing that struck me about this one was it was a very unusual, little known of battle involving some different combatants to maybe what I've played previously. I have played a number of games Pacific orientated with the Japanese, Hong Kong as well, but I haven't played one specific to this particular part of the world. So let's just have a quick look again at the contents. Again, really nice use of the space in the package. You got a lovely player aid sheet there, terrain effects, combat resolution, zone of control, stacking, landing tables, landing boxes. So this, as you can probably tell, is going to be an assault, which was one of the things that attracted me to this game. And if I dart to the back, perhaps we can have a look at this first. This will tell you a little bit about the game. So basically it's a 2-player war game simulating the battle that took place between the 30th of January and the 3rd of February 1942 on the island of Ambon. Japanese force consisting of the 228th Regiment, 38th Division of the Imperial Japanese Army, and the Imperial Japanese Navy's 1st Kure Special Naval Landing Force assault the island, which in this case was defended by a Dutch Moluccan Brigade and the Australian Gull Force. So some very unusual combatants in this game. As you can see there, game content, 2-player aid sheets. We'll have a look at the back of this in a moment where the other one is. 75 counters, so again a very small counter density, small rule book, and again a similar size map. Actually I think it may be slightly smaller than in the previous Santander game, but that's fine. Playing time again 1 to 2 hours, with low complexity, which is good for me. And again, this is a company sized game there as well. So this was a 2021 game, and I believe Oscar, who I've been talking to at Snafu, was involved in the art and development of the game as well. So it's very colourful, but very nicely produced. And on the back we've got the player aid sheet number 2 with counter key again, a sequence of play, and nicely an orders of battle sheet as well, which is very nice. You've also got your illuminated units box for the game, so you'd have this on the table next to the map, and that will be really helpful in setting you up with the game. So that's a very nice touch. You put the two together there and you've got everything pretty much you need. But if we go to the rulebook, let's just have a quick look at that. Again, similar to Santander 37, this is only 10 pages, but we've still got a nice table of contents on the front. Again, if we go to the back, we can see there examples of play in full colour as well, make up part of that. So the rules themselves, if you take the optional rules out, are probably about 8 pages. And you know, the rulebook itself, again, the fonts are very clear and set out, but there's very little colour in this one. There is some at the back in the examples of play, but not in the actual layout of the rules, which is interesting because this game came out before Santander, and as we saw in that rulebook, there was a little bit more colour being incorporated. So maybe something that Snafu took from their first game They've just added a little bit more colour into the second production. I think they've got another one coming out shortly as well. But overall, again, good quality. I'm not worried too much about the colour, to be honest. It's only 8 or 9 pages, but all looks very, very good. Nice production values. Counters, similar observations to before. Really, they're small, but this is a small footprint game, so that's not a problem. But again, the artwork very, very clear, and I quite like this. You look at the counters; they're designed quite differently to a lot of counters you get in these sort of games. Yeah, I quite like the way they've done that. Very nicely done. These are the back. These are the fronts. So you can kind of see, looking at the front and then looking at the back, very easily when a unit is spent or reduced, whichever terminology you'd like to use. These are the other counters for the Dutch and the Australians, so very similar. Again, you can see there's not many counters on there to worry about, but very nice colour differences. You know, it's not going to be difficult to set those apart on the basis of the colours themselves. So that's again a nice design element in the game. And we can see here the map is that bit smaller than Santander, but again, really, really nice. Let's just move the camera so you can kind of see that first of all from a top-down view. I'd probably put it under plexi purely just to flatten it out, but it's a very small map. But then when you get into the detail there, you can kind of see the hexes are very, very subtle, very, very subtle, and some really nice details on there. Again, you've got these what look like assault positions. Again, not having read the rules yet, not sure whether that will be optional or the same for every game. Again, you've got a turn record track down the side here with a victory point tracker, but not much else on the map on this one. So it's a slightly smaller game on looking outside in. But yeah, really, really nicely produced game. And that's the map. So overall, again, very pleased with this one. A great, nice production in a very small footprint folio game. Very impressed with Snafu's production values. Looking forward to giving these a go. Although they're 2 players, I may just sort of set them up and have a play with them on my own. They don't look too heavy going, something I can probably sit and do over a few days myself. But yeah, very impressed. Looking forward to the next ones that they've got planned. I think there'll be a few coming out in this series. So again, take a look at Snafu. If you're in Spain or near Barcelona, go and give the store a look. Looks like they do have lots of things available to take pennies out of your wallet. But that's a quick unbagging of Ambon, Burning Sun and Little Seagulls from Snafu. Hope to bring you more very soon. See you next time.